Hey, Timothy Darrell Young, BSMPA. So I have a heat induction coil set up here, and allegedly this device creates a white or a blue light in the electromagnetic spectrum around me, so that I'm harder to target, harder to see as a flesh and blood person. And they may even try to throw over even my own body an EMF broadcast to make me look like, I don't know, George Bush, or fool artificial intelligence to think I am an EMF broadcast to myself. Anyways, this was about $65. The Flyback heat induction driver with, I think those are Tesla coils there, was like $13. And this is like $17 worth of copper. I did more than I needed. I haven't been able to get, if you put metal in here allegedly in a setup, like it'll start getting really hot. And allegedly it was supposed to make the electromagnetic spectrum around me hot also for EMF perps, except for me and flesh and blood. So I had it on all night last night. It's got about I haven't really done enough research into current, but it kicks out 4.5 to 5 volts. It's a 30 volt driver, and I've turned it up too hot, so this thing started smoking. And as a flesh and blood person, I can't detect a lot of this stuff, but I suppose it's working and making it harder for EMF broadcasts, much like Kevin Christian in Atlanta, God love him, talks about. So the perps that show up, and like Kevin Christian he was catching off reflective surfaces that are broadcast. So he was in a room like this, and he was like looking off a mirror and trying to get it on his phone, a guy in an EMF broadcast, and then somebody who showed up as a kid in the EMF broadcast, and they were performing a sex act. And he's like, "You're going on YouTube, buddy." And all of that and other Satanism happens around me in my outpatient medical facility. I've had EMF perps back here. I have, this is reflected back out glass surfaces that I sleep with in order to avoid direct energy attack. This is Rufus and Spicoli. Here's old Rufus. He's getting into the morning. So first night with the anti-targeting heat induction coil to make it harder to see and hotter in my domicile for EMF perps. It's trying to suicide me, and at the same time, through remote neural monitoring and virtual drive theft, have tried to, they thought it would induce suicide for a creative type, stealing my work and productivity, calling it theirs, even in like street theater and ops, and then never admitting that they stole it from me, blanketing towns I'm in, and then hitting me with like all this Satanism. So I'm still living. This hopefully makes my life a little bit more tolerable. This is achievable for like under $100, and has proven safe. It would only like start metal on fire if you put it in here. And I tried that, and I have yet to get, it may be too much coil. I don't know if the device was damaged or whatnot, but it seems to be generating a current. So, good morning, everybody. I love you, targeted individuals. There's a lot of deception going on here in Hillsboro. I'm just trying to do the best I can. This is my lead shield. I've purchased another set of N52 level magnets in efforts to stop getting, some people have called it as TI, getting zapped, but the tortures they do to us to try and destroy our quality of life and induce suicide. And these ones, because they thought in some kind of manual or otherwise directive that stealing my work and then never admitting it and blanketing towns and psyops would somehow be able to design suicide. So there's this guy like right there, like his consciousness, his broadcast is right there. They impersonate people that they really hate. Like, this is all really Nazism in a lot of ways. They're inferior people who live their life as EMF broadcast, not high on meth. They're high on mind control. They're high on my life essence. Intellectual perverts, sexual perverts. And while concepts apply, do everything involved in Satanism, at the same time they could log out of the EMF headgear, wake up in their life some location, and pretend like that they're not sitting around trying to suicide 1.5 million Americans. So